Hey, how's it going? It's Grant with the Garden of Eden, and today I'm going to set up a Caridina tank mainly for green tigers, would also work for tangerine tigers or aurora blue as well. I'm going to start off with a clean 20-gallon long tank. For this tank I'm going to use an HMF corner filter from Printed Reefing Solutions. My substrate choice for this tank is Rio Escuro-XF. This is going to buffer my pH of the water down in the low sixes. Cut the corner off the bag and pour the soil in. For this tank I'm going to use some crypts, so I'm going to use about 2.5 to 3 inches of soil throughout the tank. Smooth it out sloping so that the front is shorter than the back, so that makes viewing your shrimp a lot easier. Next I add some Mopani stumps. These things are great to build biofilm for shrimp to graze on throughout the day. These will also add a lot of tannins into the water, which are very beneficial to the shrimp's immune system. Spray down the soil and keep it moist. You want to make sure your soil never dries out. When you're done with the bag, make sure you tie it off and seal it for later. Spraying it down will also make it easier to place the plants in. Here I'm going to add some crypts and my favorite moss. I try to find natural places on the wood that will easily hold the moss in place. However, I like to cover a little bit of the flat pieces of the wood with some moss, and to do that I add a little bit of super glue and cover it up with moss. Now it's time to flood the tank. At this time I also like to add in my bacteria. In this case I'm going to use FlorinBacter. I'm also going to add FlorinMulti as a fertilizer for the plants, but this will also feed and help the bacteria grow faster and colonize quicker. And I'm going to use Florin Delta Gh+. This will bring my GH up to about 6 and my total dissolved solids up to 220. This isn't perfect for all Caridina shrimp, but in this case for green tigers, aurora blue tigers, or tangerine tigers, it will be just right. I dose all three accordingly in my 5-gallon jugs as I fill the tank up. As you're filling up the tank, you can see a bit of fog on the bottom. This is just the dust from the soil and the minerals before they're dissolved into the water. It's nothing to worry about. Without livestock in the tank, you don't have to worry about how quickly you fill out the tank, and you don't need to worry if the minerals have been completely dissolved in the water column yet. Let the tank run and you'll start to see it clear up. After an hour you can see a huge difference. And after a few hours you can start to see the tank start to turn a little brownish. This is completely fine. These are the tannins from the Mopani wood, and this is a great way to start your tank. From here we're going to continue to do a 10% water change every week for 4 weeks. When replacing the water, dose the GH accordingly to the 5-gallon bucket. However, you can dose the bacteria as well as the fertilizer according to tank size. This is a very easy and simple way to start up a Caridina tank for tangerine tigers, green apple tigers, or aurora blue tigers. Please subscribe so you don't miss part 2 where I stock the tank. Thanks for watching.